last portion was kind of dark. I didn't realize that it had gotten so dark outside. So I've turned on the lights on my webcam, and hopefully I will have a better picture. Okay. I did look up where the other arm is, and it is in Sophie's room, just... I don't know which Sophie's room, because I didn't look that closely, actually. I'm pretty sure it's on here. Ah, there it is. Okay. Now I can go to the doctor's room. You know, I am still missing something that I need. I better keep the shotgun. I need her shells. She had shotgun shells. I don't know. I'll have to figure out where they are. It's a copy of Mein Kampf. Or perhaps an original? It's all in German, but I found a photograph between pages. Dear God, this man must be some kind of neo-Nazi. Who on earth would he keep a picture of Hitler saluting the crowds? Alright. Now, obviously this is part of a puzzle. The only problem is that I think you can solve this puzzle without using this at all. Because the puzzle here is that you'd set up the mannequin to match the photo. Because you can move stuff around. Yeah, okay. So, like, you can move a leg. See? Isn't that fun? You can make it look really stupid. And you're supposed to, like, put the arm up. But I'm pretty sure that you can trigger this without doing it, because I didn't do it the first time. Nothing happened. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I had, like, messed with it so much that it counted, but it totally wasn't the right thing. Yeah. I think I had, like, put the arms, like, out, and I think that I guess it was close enough that it counted. It, like, didn't care about the legs or what you did with it. A large capsule with the body of a man frozen inside. Is it? No, it's impossible. It's been sawed off. I know I've carried human heads around with me, but I don't think this arm will be much use. I don't know how to open this thing. Besides, I really don't want to. A perfect murder weapon. My God, I shouldn't take this. I shouldn't, because I fear I'll use it. But it's so beautiful. So tempting. It's singing your name, Ivy. Oh, there's the other shotgun shells. I guess that if you don't have them, if you don't have Agnes alive, she can't give them to you, so you pick them up here. But otherwise, if she's alive, she'll give them to you. A human leg, so that's how the doctor makes his creations. Body parts. He's got a nice collection here. I wouldn't know what to do with them. Bury, perhaps? He must have crawled inside to hide from that monster he created. His head is open. I think the brain is missing. He's dead. He won't talk to me anymore. Maybe it's better. We are quickly approaching the end of the game, by the way. Or at least the epilogue, sort of. I would say there's maybe 2 parts left to this. It's been pinned to the wall with a couple of metal bolts. I'm not here to play with dolls. Poor Agnes. It's been sellotaped to the wall. Grown-up Sophie. She won't talk to you, Joe. It's too late for her. She's in the world of anger and hatred now. That murderous bitch. She's always been a cruel one. And a young lass like this, she should burn in hell, Joe. There is no room for her in the world of the living. You know what to do, Joe. We've been waiting a long time for you to turn up, but Judgment Day has finally come. Tear her to pieces, my boy. For all those hours when she cut my dead body with the razors, for burning me with a lighter, for leaving me in dark cupboards for months, for taking my eye out with a kitchen fork, for sticking dirty needles in my head. Kill her, kill her, kill her, and make it a cruel death, as she deserves nothing less than the worst kind of suffering. Cut through her ugly body, let us all find there's no heart inside. Split her in half, and as the skin splits, her wicked soul will split as well. It's her. Oh god, we have to go through that again. I'm sorry. Okay. Obviously, we get to chainsaw her. Maybe if the fan worked, the room wouldn't stink like a public toilet. It's too high for me to reach it. It's great. This has gone too far. I've become a ruthless killer. I need to get out of here. That last cigarette. I think I really need it now. All 4 memories of Sophie are dead. But where's Ivy? She's got to be near. I can feel it. Okay. This is a part of the game where you can die, so... also hilariously, at some point, I saw a Let's Player have this happen to them. At some point, if you... I'll tell you in a minute. I'll spoil the surprise. Four birds with heads chopped off. You and me, Joe, we're alike. You have killing in our blood, don't we? But you ain't getting any further. No. A while ago, Devil went through here. He made me write on those walls with his own blood so it would not be forgotten. And once the Devil comes, he stays forever. Are you ready to meet him, Joe? Are you ready to meet the Devil? Could it really be the guy from the cellar? He's dead at last. I thought he would stop again. I nearly got dead. I'll save again in a different thing, so we'll go back and watch what happens if you let yourself get killed by the Axeman. But yeah, so basically, I saw another Let's Player have this problem happen where they went down to check out the Twilight Lounge before the doctor... before you had done the power with the doctor, so before that this thing had supposedly been resurrected, and it was still here. So they had to kill it, and then they resurrected it, and then they may have had to kill it again. I don't remember. It was all messed up, though. Alright, so Devil went through here. It's you. You again. What do you want from me? This is the last time our paths cross. I'm gonna smash you to pieces if the only way I can say Ivy. Say goodbye to your sick little world, Sophie. This is our final battle. And this time, you die for good. Now, this is a cool looking boss. I just wish she weren't such a pain in the ass. And that she was actually dangerous. So yeah, I expect a very boring repetition here. Yeah, you have like no health bar. But eventually you can die, apparently, if she spits that out of your hands every time. have to try really hard to die, though. Oh, I got the glitching shotgun. I didn't have that happen the first time. First time my glitching shotgun worked fine. We'll just try this. Getting this over there. Ivy! Oh my god, is she? Her body's cold, she's not breathing. Hi! Obviously I look a little different than I did like 20 seconds ago. I had a bit of an issue while I was recording Downfall Part 7. I didn't quite realize it until now, but it had actually lost part of the recording because I actually ran out of hard drive space while I was trying to record. Pro tip, don't run out of hard drive space while you're trying to do a Let's Play. However, I didn't lose very much, and I'm just going to go and re-record it. I was going to just leave it kind of empty, or just do video, or just do audio. But I just decided to re-record since I was going to be recording tonight anyway. So, yeah, this is now recorded after I finished Downfall Part 8. So, it's going to be out of order, but you know. Alrighty. I just got back to here. Now the idea here is that Joe is going to go take Ivy to the doctor's resurrection chair. But nothing happens. What? This is impossible. I killed him. I'm sure I killed him. I did, didn't I? This is messing with my head. Is it some strange dream after all? Hey, you! I don't know how you came back to life and I don't care. Just let me be. I have nothing to do with you. You hear me? Not so chatty without your axe. Alright, don't talk to me then. Just go your way and I'll go mine. Joey, you little shit. Look what you've done to me. What you've done to us. Dad? It's your fault that it's always been you. You made her do what she did. We both know that, don't we? You fucking killed her, you little bastard. Yes, Joe. Yeah. You couldn't keep an eye on your little brother for 5 fucking minutes. He was always the better one. I wish it was you who died that day. I wish it was you. Maybe then, maybe Mary wouldn't have done what she had. You have blood on your hands, son. You have blood all over you. You just hurt everyone near you. You made Mother kill herself. I had to do something. If it wasn't for the drink, I'd do just the same thing. But look at me now. I'm rotting in front of the TV set. And you're going to kill again. So fuck you, Joe. Fuck you. So I was looking, because I just realized that it looked kind of like his head had been opened, like the Axeman down in the basement. I never noticed that kind of combo there before, but I think that might have something to do with each other. It's time to turn it off, Joe. This ends here. I only wish I got here before you'd, well, done what you'd done. Back off. I don't know who you are and what you want, but I know I must finish what I've started. I have to bring her back to life. Don't you understand? This is the only way. The only way. You have no idea what I've gone through today. I won't hesitate to shoot you. Joe, I need you to put the gun down. We're both going to get out of this room alive. I'm not your enemy. I just want to help you. I'm not interested. Get lost. Can't you see? I've found her at last. I can't stop now because this is her only chance. Her last chance. So please, leave me alone. I don't want to kill you. Just go away. Just fuck off. I'm afraid I can't do that, Joe. I understand you are very confused about what's happened here, but I can explain. Just give me 2 minutes to listen to what I have to say. Are you fucking deaf? I'm gonna blow your brains out if you don't leave me alone. Please, Joe, I'm a friend. Just listen to me. Everyone's ready. We've just been waiting for you, Billy. The team's in position. I understand you're taking over? This is your case, Darren. I'm only here because Dr. Zellman was my friend. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry. Still, I thought you might want to get this guy yourself. We don't even know if it's him. Well, we've got the CCTV footage of him leaving Dr. Zellman's clinic and a witness who saw him near the crime scene. This should be more than enough to put him away behind bars for a long time. Don't you think? I don't know. I've got a funny feeling about this. Something's not right. What do we know so far about the killer? The man we're after is Joe Davis. He lives in this apartment at the top of the stairs. We don't know that much about him. He's never had any trouble with the law. There's no criminal record on his name, and we couldn't find anyone else who'd had information about him. No friends, no job, no social life, really. Dr. Zellman's secretary describes him as a quiet but bitterly sarcastic type of man. He's been seeing his shrink regularly for over a year now. His file was missing. I couldn't find exactly what was wrong with his head. But seeing what he's done to poor old Dr. Zellman, I assume this guy is a serious threat to anyone around him. I guess we'll find more evidence once we get inside his flat. Tell me what you found on the crime scene. Billy, are you sure you want to know the details? It was messy. It was really fucking messy. I need to know, Darren. How exactly was he killed? The killer put his head through the window. That was only the start. Dr. Zellman tried to fight back, but he was no match for him. He beat him up pretty bad. Then he cut his face with the glass from the window. Bloody hell, Billy. He spent a good hour cutting his defenseless body into pieces. I know the relationships between patients and their shrinks can be a bit uneasy sometimes, but this one... It was like the killer put all the hatred he had in him into punishing this one innocent psychiatrist. Our forensic team found a small saw on the crime scene. Our killer used it to cut through Dr. Zellman's skull and remove his brain. Which is missing? Yes. The killer must have taken it with him for some reason. Why would anyone need a human brain? Who knows? Some weird trophy? This guy must have completely lost the plot. Well, psychiatrists try to fix people's heads. Maybe by removing his brain he's taken something his victim was most proud of? Something that was making his victim better than him? And a psychiatrist's brain would be an exceptionally good one. Yeah, Dr. Frank Zellman had a fine brain. Perhaps that made our killer angry in the first place. Are you saying that he was jealous? Not exactly. He just felt that taking the brain would be a final humiliation to someone who frequently tried to fix his broken, sick mind. Someone who made him feel like a worse person. Billy, aren't psychiatrists supposed to make their patients feel better about themselves? Yes, they are. But the only way to achieve that is to find the very reason their patients feel bad for. This includes uncovering very personal facts about a person's life, shameful secrets, things they don't often want to acknowledge even to themselves. And to share this with someone can be painful. So painful that sometimes they would rather deny the truth because they're unable to face it. And then they get angry. The best solution is to get rid of someone who constantly points out there's a problem. It makes the problem disappear because their minds have already accepted the world as they see it. Mindness becomes reality. They get used to it. They learn to live with it. To maintain this false image, they won't even hesitate to kill. As long as no one finds out, they're happy to live a lie. That's right. You got it, Darren. You don't really believe he's going to be in, do you? Well, yes and no. We've already established this guy's got mental problems. While most suspects would be crossing the channel right now to hide somewhere in France, I got a feeling our killer's not that predictable. Nevertheless, when we get inside his flat, we should be able to gather enough evidence to track him down. Psycho or not, it'll be suicide to hide in your own flat after you just murdered a psychiatrist. We'll find out in a minute. The team is waiting for your order to open the door. I'm ready. Let's do this. All right. The officer waiting by the door. Tell the officer waiting by the door to break it in. Then we're coming in. We're going in. Break the door. So this is where Joe lives. But who really is this man? Is it our killer? Or is it just an average Joe kind of guy? It's time to find out. Billy, there's no sign of our killer here. The place seems empty. But look what he did to his crib. It's completely wasted. Don't assume it was him just yet. It's too early for that. Okay, fair enough. But the odds are good. My nose tells me we'll find some clues here that'll lead us to him sooner than I hoped. And my nose is never wrong. Have a look around, Billy. We need at least 3 pieces of evidence to make sure it's him. You don't mind helping me out, do you? No, for the sake of poor old Frank, this is my responsibility to find his killer after all. See what you can find and come talk to me when you've got something. What are you going to do? I'll watch and learn. You've always been my mentor, Billy, but this time, like you said, this is your personal business. I don't want to get in the way. I apologize for not being so animated and kind of rushing through this. I've already read this just recently when I recorded this the first time. And it's not that interesting. It's a lot of exposition. Billy, I thought you'd know better than to touch anything. This could be a murder weapon with fingerprints on it. Relax, Darren. I know what I'm doing. It's the sofa. Red sofa. It's quite worn out. Huh. That's a really bad quality photo. It's hard to tell who's on it. Is it Joe? And who's the woman on the right? His wife? A friend? No, this is hardly an evidence. So the mirror's broken. That's 7 beers bad luck. Warning, cat lovers. What's behind this curtain? Bloody hell, Billy. What the fuck is that? It's a cat. A black cat. I think I should leave this here for now. There might be some fingerprints on it. Black cat is pinned to the wall. This is definitely an evidence this man is extremely violent and aggressive. If he did this to a cat, he's probably capable of doing the same thing again. He might have murdered poor Frank after all. A cat on the wall. Strange. Should we let the RSPCA know about this? Let's just focus on the murder of Frank Zellman for now. Yeah, sure. So what do you make of it? I don't know why anyone would do this. It seems quite bizarre. If you look closely, you can see the cat's stomach has been opened with a sharp tool. What was he looking for in there? I have no idea, mate. But this Joe Davis seems to be completely off the wall. Unlike the poor cat. It's written with blood. Interesting. What do you reckon, Darren? Looks to me like a creation of a madman's mind. A sort of dark poetry that bears deep meaning, but only to its author. So you think this isn't going to be helpful after all? That'd be my guess, yeah. It also looks to me like the second part of a text. The beginning must also be around somewhere. It says, "And he punished those who stood in his way. The road to hell leads through blood and pain." Deep down under the floor, I've hidden my fears and buried my love. This doesn't really feel like a continuation of the text on the other wall. No, but it sure makes more sense than the other one. So he wrote on the wall, with blood. I'm assuming it's his own blood, as mental cases like to cut themselves. But it could well be someone else's blood. This one we should leave for our lab to find out. This is just more evidence that our guy is the killer. This guy is our killer. The light is blinking. There's a message stored on the answering machine. "Hi, Joe. It's Dr. Frank Zellman. You haven't showed up for your sessions for the last few weeks. I'm concerned. Is everything all right with you? I've tried calling you before. You never pick up the phone. I know these things. They're hard to get over, and you've struggled. A lot. I don't think you can cope with that on your own. Well, I'm always there for you if you need me. Don't forget that. Come and see me this Friday. I'll be waiting." So Dr. Zellman asked him to come over on Friday. That's when he was murdered. Another piece of the jigsaw puzzle is falling into place. That's it. We've got our 3 good pieces of evidence. By the look of things, it's very likely that Joe Davis has murdered Dr. Zellman. Be quiet for a second. I'm trying to think. We have no time to lose, Billy. He might kill again. Soon. I think I've got it. Is there a cellar in this building? Not that I know of. No, I think there isn't. I haven't seen any doors downstairs. I know these old buildings. All of them used to have cellars. Joe Davis never ran away. He's still here. See those floorboards over there? This might be the only way down. That's a bit far-fetched, Billy. How do you... I just know. That's where he is. Trust me. Mr. Black, we've just checked on the neighbors. We found blood everywhere. A couple of bodies, too. What? It seems that everyone in this building is dead. It's like a goddamn slaughterhouse up there. Fucking hell, Darren, we're too late. Call for backup right now. And Billy, we better find this guy. We better find him quickly. Alright, I believe this is where my end of this leaves off, and I have this recording from here on. So, I will see you in the next part. Thanks. Bye.